Hello everyone, welcome back to Yoruba Life TV. I'm so glad you are here. In our last video, we talked about how to tell the difference between a spiritual attack and regular bad luck. Today, we are going to go deeper. We are going to talk about the specific subtle ways that a spiritual attack can show up in your life, because it is not always a sudden dramatic event. Sometimes it's a slow and steady draining of your energy, your happiness, and your resources. The ajogun or the negative forces are clever. They don't always announce their presence. They often work in the background, creating small problems that eventually become big. By understanding these subtle signs, you can protect yourself before a small problem becomes a crisis. This video will be your guide to recognizing these signs in your health, your finances, and your relationships. We are going to make sure you are armed with knowledge, not fear. So let's start with our physical and mental health. Our body is our first home, and is often the first place a spiritual attack shows its presence. Have you ever felt sick and got to the doctor and only for them to tell you that nothing is wrong? Maybe you have a constant headache or persistent fatigue that no amount of rest can fix. These are not always spiritual attacks, but when they become chronic and unexplainable, it's a sign to pay attention. Look for a pattern of sickness that doesn't follow a logical medical path. A sharp, sudden pain that appears and disappears without cause could be more than just a muscle cramp. In Yoruba beliefs, these pains can sometimes be caused by negative spiritual energy try to settle in your body. Pay attention to any recurring pain in a specific area, like your back, neck, or head. A spiritual attack can also manifest as an emotional or mental burden. You might feel a constant sense of dread, a heaviness in your spirit, or a sudden onset of anger or sadness that has no root cause. It feels like your own emotions are no longer your own. You may feel unmotivated, depressed, or unable to find joy in things you once loved. This is a very common way a spiritual attack can wear you down. Your sleep is also a spiritual state. If you suddenly start having trouble sleeping, or if you are constantly having nightmares, it can be a sign. These nightmares are often not just scary, they are symbolic. You might dream of being chased, or falling, or of being trapped in a dark place. These are signs that something is troubling your spirit. Now, let's talk about our finances. Money is a form of energy and is a very common target for spiritual attacks. This is a great way to describe it. It is not that you can't make money. It is that the money you make seems to disappear. You get a good salary, but then an unexpected car repair, a sudden family expense, or a bill you forgot about appears, and all the money is gone. This is a classic sign of an attack on your financial flow. It is like your bucket has a hole in it. No matter how you try to fill it, it will never full. Also, if you are a business owner, a spiritual attack can manifest as a string of bad luck. You might lose your key clients for no reason. Your product might stop selling, or you might find yourself with a constant stream of problems from suppliers or employees. It feels like the business is being deliberately sabotaged and you can't figure out why. This can be as simple as your wallet or money going missing from your home. Now, let's talk about unexplained losses. This can be as simple as your wallet or money going missing from your home. When you have a series of unexplained financial losses, it's worth considering the spiritual dimension. It could be a sign that a negative force is trying to destabilize your life by attacking your source of security. Now, have you ever felt like you are working hard and doing all the right things, but every door keeps closing in your face? Your job application never gets a response, or the perfect job goes to someone else that is less qualified. A spiritual attack on your finances can often block your opportunities, making it feel like you are walking into a brick wall. Now, the most important thing to remember is to look for a pattern of events. One bad day or financial setback is not necessarily a spiritual attack, but when you start to see all of these signs happening at the same time, it is a very strong indicator that something is not right. For example, let's say you are suddenly getting sick all the time. At the same time, your car breaks down and you lose a client at work. You are also having bad dreams. When these separate events start to connect and create a large picture of chaos, that is when you should be concerned. It is about being observant. When things feel constantly wrong and have no logical reason, that is your spiritual intuition telling you to pay attention. Your spirit knows when it is under prayer, and it will send you signs. We just need to learn how to listen to them. Your goal is not to live in fear. Your goal is to be knowledgeable. By recognizing these signs, you can take actions. You can pray. You can do cleansing. You can seek the guidance of a trusted Babalawo to help you restore balance. So as you go through your week, be mindful, pay attention to the subtle shift in your health, your finances, and your relationships. If you see a pattern of these negative signs, it is time to take action and not just dismiss it as bad luck. I would love to hear your experiences. Have you ever noticed any of these signs in your own life? Share your stories in the comment section so that others can be inspired. In my next video, we will talk about what you can do to protect yourself. We will discuss daily practices and rituals that can build a strong spiritual shield around you and your home. Thank you for joining me today. May your path be clear. Ashe. Bye for now.